Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Come on in. Hello. Hi, Seal. Hi, Brandon. Hi, everyone. Welcome. Good afternoon. I'm going live a little bit early today because, as most of you know, Brutus Monroe is based in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, we are experiencing some weird weather. So it's raining right now, which is, it is what it is. It's raining. But it's supposed to freeze. And it's supposed to snow. And there's supposed to be this weird mix. And, the whole world is, well, at least this side of the world is experiencing some weird snow and some weird weather. So I decided to go live a little bit earlier just in case we have to have an early dismissal. So I am live now. So hopefully this is a good time for you guys to be live with me. So hello, Candy. Hello, Nancy. Hello, Gina. Hello, Donna. Hi, everyone that's joining in. Hello, Valencia. Hello. I think I said hello to Nancy. Yep. Hello, Nikki. Hi, everybody. Hello, Darren. Hello, my friends. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So today we are going to be talking about the Bunny Hugs Inspiration Box. You can see it right here behind me in all of its glory. And I also have, hi Shannon, I also have the legitimate one right here. The one behind me, fun fact, doesn't have anything in it. So this one is just for show, but this one actually has all of the product inside of it. And today, usually and generally, what I will do is I will take a really cool card or project that caught my eye from our inspiration team. Shout out to our incredible inspiration team up here at Brutus Monroe. Hello, Kara. I did not see that yet, but I'll have to look, Candy. Send it to me. Send it to me on Facebook. So today, and again, shout out to our incredible inspiration team and their incredible manager, Miss Shannon. So today I am taking a card, and I'll show you it up close and personal on the top view camera. And I'm going to switch it up a little bit. This actually has, this is actually for, this is a product, I believe, and Darren and Shannon can tell me if I am incorrect, but I believe this product that Miss Kelly Fusco used on this is not even released yet. So I don't think this product that she used on this card exists yet. I mean, it exists, but you know what I mean. But this particular card caught my eye, and I wanted to use the box to recreate it, if that makes sense. So let's go ahead and head down to the table. Hello, everyone that is joining in. Let's go to the top view, and let me get this out of the way because the keyboard is not going to help us to craft. Unless you're using a Cricut or some sort of electronic die cutting machine, then you absolutely need a keyboard. So this is the beautiful card that was created by Miss Kelly Fusco, and I absolutely love it. I think it's incredible. It's so simple, but it is so elegant. So I figured we would recreate this card today, but instead of using these products that, again, I don't believe exist yet, we are going to use some products from the Bunny Hugs Inspiration Box. Also today, hello Anne, we are also going to be using some Chroma Mist, which our team uses very often. We're going to be using today, the colors I'm going to be using are pink, blue violet, turquoise, lilac purple, and pearl. Pearl is going to be used kind of as an overcoat. You'll see what I mean in a moment. So we're going to use those. We're also going to be using some of the Perfect Blend cardstock. I am using the Perfect Blend cardstock in the slimline size. And the reason I'm using the slimline size is because it's going to give us a lot of bang for our buck when it comes to how, when we're spraying it, you'll see what I mean. Just stick around with me, folks. I promise there is a method to the madness. We are also going to use, isn't it great, Gina? We're also going to be using a card base. We're going to be using the fine liner pen set from Altenew because it looks like Kelly used an incredible dotting, little dotting set to add a little bit of visual interest. You might not be able to see it. Hello, Robin. See that there? I'm going to actually be using a pen to mimic that with a ruler. Okay, Kara. We're going to be using the stick and stamp mat to do some stamping, and we're going to be using a little bit of Brutus Monroe Raven Detail ink. Mine, of course, you know, don't have labels. It's from the spring samples, so you're okay. So it's not released yet. And hello, Penny. And then we're, of course, going to be using some items from the Bunny Hugs Inspiration Box. If there's anything else that I use that I have not mentioned, we will talk about it. Once and as I open it. So again, hello everyone. Hello everyone that's joining in. Hello Laura. And let's go ahead and pop open the Bunny Hugs box. So, do you know when the stick and stamp mat may be back in stock? Seal, I would keep your eyes peeled on the website. We are adding stock little by little every day as we are finding more of the stock. But we will have a full restock in March, probably early March. Okay? All right. So let's go ahead and open up this box. So here's what it looks like. So this is the February 2022 inspiration box. And of course, it always comes in this really nice box that has the information on it that tells you which box it is. And let's dig in, shall we? So let's go ahead and we'll start with our smaller items first. The very first item, you always get a consumable and a different type of consumable. And this month, the consumable is these beautiful spring acrylic bubbles. So these spring acrylic bubbles may turn up again. You may just have to keep your eyes put on the website. You may be able to purchase them separately, but they are just the most scrumptious and beautiful colors for the spring, and I absolutely love them. So you're getting a whole tube of those. You're also going to receive some of the Brutus Monroe ribbon. So the Brutus Monroe ribbon, as most of you know, if you've received an inspiration box in the past, you get 1 yard per color and you get 3 assorted colors. And this one is the Bunny Hugs variety. And I love the pop of color. You'll see this pop of color shows up again in the cardstock. There's this beautiful pop of, I do, Oma, I sure do. And actually, to tell you the truth, this one that I'm working on right now, I will sign. So, if you get this one, make sure you post it because whoever gets this box, I signed it for you. Okay? So that'll be exciting. I can't wait to see if someone posts that box that they receive it. So this is the ribbon. It's a beautiful satin ribbon. It is just absolutely stunning. It does have, and I think I've shown this before, we do have it seamed on the edges. That's a term that I did not know existed until we started having our own ribbon made. And the seaming that is on the edges, if you've ever gotten this ribbon, that just means that it is fray proof. So it's not going to fray on your sides when you're using it. Of course, you get a whole bag of sequins, and these sequins, y'all, I just saw all the sequins for the entire year the other day. Hello, Simon. The sequins for the entire year the other day, and these sequins this year, I can't say enough about them. So, Michael, who is in charge of the inspiration box culmination and putting it all together, he chose this year these little tiny sequins that are mixed in with the sequins, and you actually get 3 sequin sizes this year, which I just think is amazing. So brilliant. And again, my hat, as always, is tipped to Michael because he just comes up with these incredible ideas. So these are the sequins. There are 3 different sizes. You get a clear, almost like a clear faceted. It's going to be really hard for me to show. Now you can of course purchase these sequins separately as well. You get quite a few in here. But those are the sequins for this month. You get the clear faceted, you get a smaller metallic, and then you get a teensy tiny little matte sequin, and they're just absolutely beautiful. Then you are getting the card bases again. So the card bases that you are going to receive, you receive 5 of them in the box. Everyone has been saying, please, 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 continue including the card bases. We love the pre-scored card bases, so your wish is our command. And they are the 100-pound, great, great, great thickness. You will love these card bases. And again, you get 5 of them to start yourself out. So it's going to get you going right out of the gate. Then we have, of course, the wonderful, wonderful conversation clippings. And the conversation clippings I absolutely adore every single month because they always get my creative juices going on how to create these different types of cards that you're going to make. So what I like to do is I like to really consider the conversation clippings a roadmap. So they're a roadmap of what you can do with the different cards that you're creating. And the really cool thing about this is, so for instance, a prompt on here, and the one that we'll probably use today, is hope your Easter is extra special. So to me, I'm going to make a card that maybe has an Easter basket on it. Maybe has, just a spring basket if you don't celebrate Easter. Maybe has some different types of eggs on it. And again, use these as a prompt of how you're going to create your card. There are other things on here like some bunny loves you, a bunny. You make me so happy, a bunny. Happy Easter. I'm here if you need an ear. That's fantastic. Bunny kisses and Easter wishes. Happy spring. Every bunny needs some bunny sometime. Thinking of you. Spring has sprung. Hello. Happy Easter. Happy spring. Happy everything. Wishing you all the beautiful blessings of Easter. I love that one too. For some bunny special. Smile and sing it's spring. Spring is in the air, thinking of you at Easter, hoping your day is perfect. The hunt is on, again, brilliant, with some eggs. And then chocolate bunnies aren't half as sweet as you. Love that. So remember, you will receive 2 of each of these designs. You will receive the black print on white, and then the white print on black. But the white print on black is amazing because it is foilable, and most of you, I think, know that as well. Then, as always, we are going to receive our foilable panels. The foilable panels always coincide with the box, and this month it is no different. So the very first panel, you get 2 of each, you get 4 designs, is this incredible little bunny rabbit with the little carrots. Then you're going to receive this very, very bold print of some flowers as well as some Easter eggs. And again, this right here, you have 8 cards. You have 8 card starters, which I absolutely love. Then we have these beautiful silhouettes, and these beautiful silhouettes would be wonderful foiled. You have a little egg basket, a little bunny, a beautiful dove, a little lamb, some flowers. Again, sky's the limit. Then, last but certainly not least, we have these delicate eggs. So you'll notice that we are trying to create a massive variety when it comes to these different panels, because we don't want them all to look exactly the same, for the simple fact that, number 1, we know that you're going to want to try to make all sorts of different cards, and number 2, we know that there are different styles out there. So we want to make sure that every style is covered. So let's go ahead and put that all to the side, and let's get to, well, let's do the paper first, and then let's talk about the stamp, because, I mean, I know you all want to see the stamp, and if you've already been to BrutusRenaud.com and looked at the Bunny Hugs section, you've probably already seen the stamp, but it's incredible. So first and foremost, you get your glitter stock, and this month it is this beautiful magenta purple-esque color. I absolutely love that. We might use that as a stripe on the card. Then you are going to receive a beautiful purple, a beautiful yellow, this beautiful green that matches the ribbon color perfectly, a beautiful pink, and a beautiful turquoisey blue. Now, I just want to remind everybody, because we do get questions about this every month, these papers that come in your box, these are not intended to be card bases. This is our layering weight cardstock, and the reason that we put the layering weight cardstock in the box is we want you to use this. Now, of course, you can use it however you want, create your own ending, but This cardstock is intended to be used as a, oh, awesome, Nancy. This is intended to be used as a layer on top of your card. Now, don't let that stop you from using it as a card base. If you like a 65-pound weight, I mean, it's still a very, very good weight of cardstock. If you like a 65-pound weight of cardstock for your card base, absolutely, you know, use it however you would like. But our intention for this card, this particular cardstock, is not to be used as a card base. So, you know, if you try to use it as a card base, you certainly can. But that was not the intention when it was put in the box. So that's my little PSA for the day. All right, so now we can move the paper over to the side as well. And last but certainly not least, the last thing that we always share with you is the beautiful, beautiful stamp set. Now this month, this makes me so happy. So this stamp set that you are receiving this month is called Bunny Hugs. Now, as a heads up, again, if you are watching me for the very first time and you're just being introduced to Brutus Monroe, hello, nice to meet you, welcome. This is a stamp set that retails for $24.99. So this is a $24.99, thank you, Simon, a $24.99 stamp set. So the box is $34.99 plus shipping and handling. So you'll be able to do the math once you see the die set as well. So this is called Bunny Hugs, and oh my goodness, do I love it so much. So this is illustrated by our, oh, hello, Daryl, thank you. This is illustrated by our illustrator, Alma. She is incredible. You'll see a lot of art from her this year. So this is the Bunny Hugs stamp set. This Bunny Hugs stamp set has 35 pieces on it. So there are 35 pieces on this stamp set. Let's go ahead back down to the top view. And every piece is just, I mean, it's incredible. So the 35 pieces, you are getting little candies. You are receiving little eggs. You're receiving 2 bunnies, little lamb, and some bunny ears, a butterfly, some tulips, additional flowers, a little Easter basket with things inside of it. Just so many different bobs and baubles, so to speak. But the piece de resistance, I think, with our inspiration boxes, and the thing that is, you know, sets our inspiration boxes apart from so many, is we started last year, and I'm so glad that we took the plunge and we did this. We include a full stamp set. Die set. This cutting die set, if you can believe it, is included in this kit for $34.99, and it has 32 pieces. Whew. 32 pieces. So there are 32 pieces in this die set. Remember, also with the Brutus Monroe die sets, on the back you have a guide that will show you how all of the different die pieces work. But the other really cool thing that I think happens with these is there's a guide on the front as well. Now, we do get this question a lot, and I want to make sure that I kind of reiterate again how this works. On this stamp and die set, sorry, I'm looking at the monitor to make sure that you guys can see it. On the stamp and die set, the 2 different pieces are going to be reversed. It's a mirror, and let me tell you why. So I'll go back to the top view. With this being said, this is going to be a mirror image. This is a mirror image of this, and the reason being is when these dies are placed by our manufacturer on the backer, they can't be placed cutting die side down, because if they are, when they get shipped, if they get crushed, it's going to cut this paper, and that's no bueno. So they're a reverse. So don't worry. We have received emails, of course, from some worried folks saying, "Oh no, what is going on? My all of my dies are reversed, and they aren't correct." Don't worry. They aren't actually reversed. It's just the way that they are manufactured. And that's okay. It's not a big deal. They are just reversed. They will work whenever you're die cutting. So, all right, let's go ahead and let's get to creating, shall we? So I'm going to put all of these other pieces away. I am going to keep the, I think we're going to keep out the white, and we'll keep a card base out. I think we'll keep out some of these little gems, and we'll keep out the sequins. So I think that's what we're going to use today. I'm not 100% certain. Don't hold me to it. I might open up the box again and grab something else. I'm not sure. I will let all of you know before I do that, though. I will tell you Oh, I'm grabbing something else from the box. So you're not like, well, what the heck is going on here? All right, so let's put all of this back into the bag and put this back into the box. And don't worry, if you receive this box that I signed, yours will have all of the right pieces in it. I'm just going to take the box over and refill it with another insert as opposed to the ones that I am grabbing. So let's move these pieces over to the side because we're going to get to spraying. And as you know, spraying can get very, very messy. The white sentiments will foil as well. Absolutely seal, 100%. So just to circle back, this is the card that we are trying to reproduce today, but we're reproducing it in a little bit of a different way. We are going to use these other... Sorry, I had to take a sip of my drink. We are going to use these other stamps to create this card. And first and foremost, what I have to do is I have to grab my spraying vestibule. And this spraying box, so to speak, is just a printing box that we get all of our papers in. And I'm just going to place this in the center. It's not going to be too exciting because we're just going to be spraying. But I'm going to take one piece at a time, and I'm just going to start spraying them. So the very first one that I'm going to use is the Lilac Purple. This is the Lilac Purple Chroma Mist, and I'm just going to add some color. So you just want to be a little bit of a distance, you know, a little bit away. And I know that there are so many members of our team that absolutely love these Chroma Mists. So now we're going to grab the Blue Violet and just give it a couple of spritzes. And we're going to stamp actually on top of these, okay? Then we're going to grab a little bit of turquoise. And we're only going to do 2 of these because this will be plenty for us to use for our eggs. And then the top coat, the real winner, is the pearl. So I'm going to go in and just do a little bit of pearl here. There we go. And now we're going to move this guy to the side, and we're going to dry him in a minute. It'll dry pretty quickly, but look at how beautiful that is. Isn't that amazing? I mean, I get it. I get it why y'all love these sprays so much. I understand. I really do. So now we're going to grab some pink, and we're going to start this one with the pink because the pink is a little bit lighter. And we're going to do most of the background with the pink. Do you see how that pearl is? Oh, my goodness. And then we're going to do a little bit of turquoise. And again, we're just creating a background for our eggs. And then I think we'll do a little bit of Lilac Purple. And they'll always be different every time. And then we're going to grab some of the pearl. And again, the pearl is just the kind of the top coat. All right. And look at how different those two items are, or these 2 sprays are. So now I'm going to lift these out of the box. Okay. And I'm going to place them on my glass mat here. And you'll want to use a glass mat when you're heating things. It's my #1 suggestion whenever you're trying to heat something, because if you don't use a glass mat, the problems that you'll run into are, you know, if you use like a cutting mat underneath, you'll definitely see some issues with the warping and things like that. So the glass mat can take quite a bit of heat, so that's why I use that. So I'm going to go ahead and start drying this. Is everybody having a good day so far? Good week? It's Thursday already, if you can believe it. So I'm just going in with the heated tool. The heated tool does look like a hairdryer, but I promise you it is not a hairdryer. It gets very, very, very hot, and you want to be very careful when you're using it. And you're going to see this paper is going to warp a little bit, but that is okay. Luckily, we have a stick and stamp mat to put this down. Hello, Monique. Oh, good, Candy. But can you see? So I'm just going to show you real quick. Look at, do you see the pearl on there? If this doesn't make you want a Chroma Mist, I don't know what will. I don't know what will. The Pearl Chroma Glaze. The Pearl Chroma Glaze or the Chroma Mist? It's actually the Shimmer Mist. The shimmer mist is what you're looking for. And it looks like we do have some in stock, yes. Not a whole lot, but we do have some in stock. All right, so now I'm going to flip this over because you can see on the back that there are some areas that are not completely dry. Yeah, the shimmer mist we only have in pearl right now, but I promise that there will be more coming. I know. Yes, lots and lots and lots of prayers go out to Miss Melody Lane and her son Alex. Okay, so I used, hold on one moment. We're almost to the dry. We're almost dry. All right, I'd say we're dry enough. So I used, and I'm going to show you them real quick. So look at the pearl. Now, I want everybody to remember, this is what the piece of paper looked like before. Very plain, very boring, white paper. But with spraying, and look at how, I mean, it's just absolutely incredible. Look at the variations of color and the pearl. But I used, let me move this to the side, I used turquoise, lilac purple, pink, blue violet, and pearl. So pearl is the only shimmer mist, but the pearl, I mean, the amount of stuff you can do with this pearl, it's amazing. So let's move these over to the side, and now we're going to get to stamping. Is everybody with me so far? Does everybody get what we did? So we went ahead and sprayed these, and now we're going to stamp them, okay? So let's go back to our top view, and we're going to grab our stick and stamp mat first and foremost, and we are going to place these right on top of the stick and stamp mat, which the stick and stamp mat can grab onto a slim line. Okay, there we go. Look at that. Now you can really see it, huh? Okay. And we'll grab our Misty, because that'll help us to be able to position things and stamp, because we're going to want to stamp them a couple of times on top of this, because if we don't stamp it a couple of times, hello, my sunshine Amy. How are you, my dear friend? So that will allow us to stamp it really, really boldly. And what we're going to do is we're just going to stamp some eggs. Okay, that's all we're going to do. And I think this is going to create a really, really magnificent background for us. So let's grab here. Now remember, if you've never used a photopolymer stamp before, you peel off this backer sheet, and then you just place your stamps. So I'm going to place them kind of in some different areas. We'll use a magnet here to hold our mat down. There we go. And this is going to give us a different variation for each egg. And then we can just flip it, and we should be able to get the same thing on the other side. Does that make sense? I hope it does. So we're just going to place these on here like so. Okay. And then we'll pick them up and make sure that they are positioned really, really well, stuck down there. And then we'll grab our Brutus Monroe Raven Detail ink. This guy right here. Again, mine doesn't have a label. If you order one, yours will have a label. Stamp, stamp, stamp. And then, look at that. Now we have beautiful speckled Easter eggs. Isn't that cool? Very simple, very easy. Okay? Again, you don't want to do CPR. Gentle. And now our eggs are all stamped. So now what I can do is just flip this around. And we might not even use the second panel. We might not need it. We can use the second panel for something else. And then if we look at this, yep, the stick and stamp mat kept it right where it needs to be. Oh yes, absolutely. Yep, you definitely want to leave room so you can cut out with your dies. And I think just 2 stampings for each should be fine. Okay. Yeah, you don't want to do CPR. And I'd say those look pretty good. I mean, easy peasy lemon squeezy, right? So I'm going to go in now, and I'm going to pull this out. We will get back to our eggs in a moment. Put our Misty away, because I think we're all set with the Misty for now. And then all you have to do is curl your mat gently. This is a gentle process. Curl your mat, and you'll see your piece will just pop right out. Look at that. Still very, very sticky. I am actually using Brutus Monroe Perfect Blend cardstock. This is the Perfect Blend Slimline. And the reason I'm using the Slimline is not because I'm making a Slimline card, but as you can see, we're getting a lot of bang for our buck here, right? A lot of bang for our buck. So I'm using the Slimline cardstock. And now, do you want to know the best part about this die set? At least in my opinion, one of the best parts about this die set is all of the eggs have their own die. Isn't that great? Right? That's the quickest I've ever dyed an Easter egg, I can tell you that much. All right. So let me see here. Bear with me one moment. I want to see if I can find where my tape went. Here we go. My Brutus Monroe rainbow tape dispenser. Look, my rainbow's almost gone, though, because I've been using it so much. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this real easy on myself, and I'm going to cut this in half. Okay, there we go. Because we will need all of those eggs, but just not all at once. So as you can see here, I believe, now, stop me if I'm wrong, but I believe they are all the same. Oh, seal, perfect question. I believe they're all exactly the same, but I'm going to match them up just in case. But I'm pretty sure that they're all the same. They look to be all the same to me. But just in case I am matching them up. Okay, and look, again, the red die line shows you where they go. Okay, and I'm just going to bring this forward to me. I know that it's going to look strange because I'm moving it forward, but I need to be able to see where I'm putting my tape. And sometimes you will want to add a little bit of extra tape because this is, again, this is warped. You can send this through the die cutting machine though first without anything on it, and that will remove the quote-unquote warpedness of it, but our rainbow tape will take care of that. Thank you, Amy. Okay. And this one is going to go over top of the tape, but that's okay. It's not going to make a difference. And we'll place this one right here. And the rainbow tape dispenser is still available. We actually just got a couple of emails about that yesterday. It's a great tape, great tape for holding down your dies. Now you just want to be careful because again, this is warped and it's also been sprayed on. So the spray, okay. So we're going to run that through real quick. Just run it through the die cutting machine. And then all of our eggs will pop right out. And they're all cut out for us. Don't need to grab a scissor, don't have to grab anything. And look, now don't throw this away. I know you can use this for something too. So yes, all of these egg dies are exactly the same. it looks like to me. So you shouldn't have a problem. All right. So now take a look here. I'll show you. Look at how beautiful. I mean, these literally look like they are. Look at how that pearl is just showing up when you, just love it. Absolutely love it. Okay. So now we'll do our next set because we want to have, I mean, we got to have eight little Easter eggs, right? Thank you, Amy. I think they're I think they turned out great. Oops, there's a little bit of tape on this one. Let me grab my pokey tool. Get this little tiny piece of tape off of this guy. There we go. All right. And I'm going to run this one through real quick without anything to kind of try to flatten it out a little bit. Make our lives a little bit easier. There we go. All right, that definitely flattened it out a little bit for me. All right. We're going to go in and add our tape again. And I really don't think you can use too much tape when it comes to die cutting. Well, this one's going to be very pretty. It's cool because once you spray them, you can kind of tell what they're going to look like. Once you get the dye around it, at least, it makes it a little simpler. All right, so let's run this guy through. Oh, cool. And that sound, I know it makes a lot of people nervous, but that cracking sound is a good sound. You want that because that means that your dyes are working. And here we go. All of our little Easter eggs are out. And it was just that easy. Now we can place our dies. Let's move these guys over to the side. We can place our dies right back where they started. And then pop this in a little sheet and we're good to go for the next time. Okay, so we'll move those, pop those out of the way, and let's get working on our card front. So, looking at this beautiful card front, it looks like there is a layering piece, and I'm going to assume that this layering piece is probably, let me grab a grid mat. Oops, sorry everyone, I gotta walk around. Bear with me for just one moment. Talk amongst yourselves for just a moment. I'm still here, just have to grab a grid mat. My cheat sheet grid mat. So, on the grid mat, if you have our grid mats to get messy on, these down at the bottom will tell you the common card measurements. And in A2, layer 1 should be 4 by 5 1/4, and then layer 2 should be 3.75 by 5. So we're going to cut down a piece of, I think what we're going to do for this one, because it is more of a springy Easter theme, is we're going to use this beautiful cardstock that's already embossed and it looks like wood. So let me grab, do y'all know I lose my paper trimmer at least 4 times a week. It might be more than that, but at least 4 times a week. So we're going to cut this one down to 4 by 5 1/4. That'll be our first layering piece. And then we need a piece of white, just standard white. So we'll just use our standard Perfect Blend cardstock because it's, you know, layering weight. We don't want to get too crazy. And this will be 3.75 by 5. There we go. And then we'll be able to layer all of our pieces. So this piece will layer on top of here, like so, to give us a wonderful little mat. And then this piece will layer on top of here. And it's just going to be just a very simple, very, very simple card. So remember, all of our Brutus Monroe card bases are pre-scored and pre-cut. When you order them, now you do get some in the box, which I think is great. We're going to use a little bit of the Brutus Monroe Easy Tear tissue tape, another crafter's best friend. And we're going to add this adhesive right to the back of this piece of cardstock. I would suggest using a dry adhesive, which is what we call the tapes, for these heavier cardstock panels. And that's only because it's going to keep everything kind of in place a little bit better. Oh, they're not actually sold out. I don't think, at least. They might just need updated. Okay. And we're just going to burnish our adhesive down. Just a good practice to get in. And then we'll pop up our little pieces here so we can stick it down. Okay. And we'll just place it on there. So there's our first matte layer. And I wish you could see this. We do carry it. It is called Farm. Penny will probably be better at telling us the exact names of it. But I believe it's called Farmhouse Grain. And those should not be sold out, because they were just restocked. So I'm going to grab the fine liner pen set. And this is how we're going to add a little bit of doodling. These we did sell, but I do believe that these are sold out. We will be getting more in. And I'm going to use, let's see. I think we're going to use the 00. No. These are really fine. I think we're going to use the 01. And all we're going to do is we're just going to draw a line. Now, if this makes you nervous, you can use a ruler. I'm not. I'm living on the edge, because I want it to be kind of wonky. And then we're going to add, we can just add a little dot here, maybe 2 dots. Then this one can kind of cross over. This one can also kind of cross over. And then we'll add a couple little stitching lines. And that really makes it look like it's a stamp. Like it looks like we stamped that, right? I mean, 2 seconds. 2 seconds, and it makes us, gives us a really cool, really different kind of look. And now we're going to grab a little bit more of the Easy Tear tape. And don't worry, you can place your tape on here however you would like. No biggie. Farmhouse Grain. Yeah, we have it in white and craft. But it looks amazing when you do some ink blending on top of it. And there we go. So now we're going to pop off a little bit more of the liners. Okay. And then this is our next layering piece. So we'll just line that up the best we can. There we go. And there we go. So now we can add a couple of eggs, okay? And we're going to kind of, so we can see here that it looks like she kind of popped some of them up. I unfortunately don't have any pop dots down here with me, so ours are going to be pretty stationary, but that's okay too, right? And then, oh wait, before we do that, well, she added a little interest, but I think we'll be, well, we'll see. We'll see. I was thinking we might mat our, you'll see what I mean. We might mat our sentiment with some of that farmhouse grain. So I'm just taking a little bit of the tissue tape, just ripped it apart here. And we're still going to have a little bit of dimension with our eggs because they are still have a little bit of movement to them from the spray. So we're just going to start on kind of either end here. And add our eggs. And again, on her card, she, you know, kind of staggered them, and I think they look great. Oh, yes. I could also put a little piece of cardstock behind them, too. But we have these amazing, amazing pop dots that I would love to use, but I don't have any down here with me. Now that we have the new production studio, it's to go and grab things. It's a much further distance, I guess I should say, than it used to be. So I think 4 is enough. I mean, you could add another one if you want popped up, but I think 4 is plenty for what we're trying to achieve here. And then we're going to cut our Hope Your Easter is Extra Special. And we're going to use my favorite little trimmer that I use for all of the sentiments. And this is the Tim Holtz Guillotine Trimmer. And I like it because I can see where it's going to cut. And I do think we still have some of these in the store. Okay, and then we're just going to line this up with the edge of the blade. Oh, and it moved a little bit, but I think we should be okay. Whoopsies. Come back, come back. Yep, I think we're good. Might just have to trim off a little bit more at the top. Well, I think I can even this out with a scissor. There we go. All right, so now I'm going to place this on an extra piece. Oh, do I have it? I do. On an extra piece of the, well, I don't know. Let's see. Hold on. Let me trim these off real quick. Yeah, I think we will. So let me add a little bit of adhesive to the back of this one. Okay. It is really, I love this paper. I mean, I love the Tim Holtz paper too. But I had to have this paper. Okay. And there we go. I think that's the perfect little sentiment. Move that over to the side. Grab a little bit more adhesive. Oh, our mats just got switched out. Just saw them drive past the window. Okay. Now we can just kind of center this like so. It says, hope your Easter is extra special. And then I think we're going to take a couple of these beautiful sequins from the set here. And I'm going to grab the lid from another product to pour some of these out. Because, I mean, I think we need a little bit of razzle-dazzle on the eggs, don't you? So let's open this up, grab ourselves a little bit of Brutus Monroe adhesive. You can use clear here if that's your prerogative. I'm going to use some of the white. And I think we're just going to decorate this egg because I think it'll be cool to have just one of the eggs decorated. So there's one flashy egg, right? Would you be a flashy egg, or would you be one of the eggs that kind of wants to sit back in the back? What kind of egg would you be? Are you a flashy egg, or are you a kind of stay in the background egg? I can tell you right now, I'd be this egg all day long. You're a flashy egg? I like it. Okay. And then I think we can add a couple of these little baby ones on. So we'll do one here. One here. And one here. There we go. I like it. I like it. I like it. Okay. Putting our final little sequins on. And the great thing is all three of these sizes that I just used all are a part of this one pack. So if you get this one pack, there we go. Now our card is complete. I like it. And look at that egg. Ooh-wee, is that a flashy egg? And there we go. Simple. Easy. Thank you, Miss Kelly Fusco, for this amazing idea. And that's it. That's the whole card. So I want to thank you all so much for hanging out with me this afternoon. I can't guarantee that I will be with all of you tomorrow. Depending on the weather, I might be at home playing Fortnite. I don't know. It all depends. So I want to thank you all so much for hanging out with me today. Thank you for being a part of my life. I appreciate you all so very much, more than you will ever know. I appreciate everyone that has been grabbing all of these wonderful boxes. The Brutus Monroe Bunny Hugs box. I know there's a handful left. And just as a heads up, I believe there is one spot left for the staycation. So if you have been eyeing up the staycation and you really think you want to be a part of it, you really think you want to hang out with all of us and create, hang out with me, hang out with Michael, hang out with Heather, hang out with Gina Kay, hang out with Simon Hurley, hang out with Joey from Photoplay. We're going to have a lot of fun. I mean, I'm telling you right now, it is going to be more fun than we can fit into one weekend, but we're going to try because there are so many incredible things. And if you've already received your boxes, your box for the staycation, you know how much fun it's going to be. Have you all seen all the stuff that's inside of those boxes? I mean, it's amazing. It is amazing how many incredible things we were able to fit inside of that box, and I think you're really going to love it. So Oh, okay, Amy, we'll have fun. So thank you all so much for hanging out with me today. Thank you for being a part of my life. Remember to create something yes, use Afterpay to order it so that you can spread it out, spread out the payments. I want to thank you all so much for hanging out with me today. Remember to create something every single day, whether that is your own extra special card or your own ending. I appreciate you all so very much. I love you to pieces, and I cannot wait to see all of you soon. Just as a heads up, I just saw a notification come over. We are in our final quantities of the Bunny Hugs Inspiration Box. So if you want to grab one of those, you want to grab the whole box, you want to grab that soon. If you just want the individual pieces are available. So thank you all so much. I love you, and I'll see you soon. Goodbye, my friends.